Guys, so we're going to start by going over case six. So for us, our group is Earth Fare, the supermarket located here in Boone. So starting off with defining the epic, we're going to define the epic. So our epic would be enhancing customer loyalty through data-driven personalization. So as a marketing and analyst strategist at Earth Fare, we need to monitor and analyze customer loyalty program usage and seasonal purchasing trends so that we can design targeted promotions and personalized incentives. We can do this to drive engagement and increase customer membership or loyalty retention. For breaking down the epic into themes for our descriptive storyline, our first theme is going to be optimizing on personalized promotions and loyalty program usage. Our second theme is going to be tracking sustainability through driven shopping incentives.
Okay, so for our descriptive user stories based on those two themes we had, the first being optimizing personalized promotions and loyalty program usage. In that situation, as a category manager, I want to be able to track member spending and build customer profiles to increase the efficacy of targeted advertising. That is to really build build a better idea, a more comprehensive sense of a potential or existing customer in the loyalty program so that we can we can generate advertisements that are directed at them, that feature products that they are interested in, that they consistently purchase, that they stand to increase use if sales are effective. Second theme will be tracking sustainability-driven shopping incentives. And in that situation, again, as a regional director of operations, I want to be able to identify product categories that draw customers into our stores because of our existing sustainability initiatives, so that we can boost our following in that market, in that consumer market, and so that we can gather data and make we can promote more sustainability initiatives that match this category that we have proven success in.
So now we're going to apply the INVEST criteria to ensure each user story is high quality and feasible. So for the first user story, the independent criteria is partially met. Tracking and profiling may rely on existing data sources, so splitting them can make each more standalone. And then for the negotiable criteria, this one is met because the specific methods for collecting and structuring data can be discussed and refined. For the valuable criteria, it is met because improving targeted advertising through data insights directly supports business growth. For the estimable criteria, the broad scope of both tracking and profiling can make estimation challenging without further refinement. And then for the small criteria, the combination of tracking member spending and building customer profiles might be too large for a single sprint. And lastly, for the testable criteria, it requires clear acceptance criteria. So data fields or targeted ad metrics are needed to verify success. For user story 2, the independent criteria is partially met because identifying categories depends on relevant sustainability data, so it might not be entirely standalone. And then for the negotiable criteria, it is met because how those categories are discovered, which could be through sales data or surveys, can be decided on collaboratively. The valuable criteria is met because it is evident that aligning product offerings with sustainability can increase foot traffic and brand loyalty. And then for the estimable criteria, combining analytics with broader marketing efforts can make the story harder to estimate accurately. For the small criteria, the effort may be too large if it includes data collection, analysis, and execution all in one story. And for the testable criteria, it requires clear criteria for categories like customer feedback to ensure verifiable outcomes.
All right, so for the descriptive user stories, we have two we're going to go over. First one is as a category director, I want to track member spending and build customer profiles to enhance efficiency of targeted advertising. So some action items we can take to get to this user story. One is to use the data we have and pull the member spending data. And then from there, use the data that we pulled to create a dashboard of the profiles. And then we can add filters to that data based on the category of spending. And then therefore, with number 4, we can validate the targeted advertising. So we can definitely be able to look to see what we can do to make sure that the customer profiles are effective and making sure that that targeting advertising actually works. For the second user story of as a regional director of operations, I want to identify product categories that draw customers into our stores because of the existing sustainability initiatives so that we can boost following in the health food oriented market. So we can, for an action items, we can create a dashboard with product categories, can develop a dashboard that connects the sustainability initiatives to the customer satisfaction. We can run tests to see if one category is more effective and more successful than other categories of spending of products. And then we can test the dashboard to confirm it updates correctly after these tests.
So for the definition of done, these are all of our acceptance criteria to understand when we're finally finished, and these are the tasks essentially. So both user stories will require access to a data dashboard that can view customer profiles and inventory related labels. Story 2 will require integration with secure sustainability dashboard to fully present the metrics. User Story 2 will focus on a pillar of our business that influences User Story 1. User Story 2 will require forecasting, while User Story 1 will focus on filtering. And Story 1 will focus more on departmental data, while Story 2 relies on business data. And that's all for our presentation. Thank you.